So let's talk about a tennis player who was, let's be honest, more of a rock star than an athlete. A guy who just shattered tradition with every single swing of his racket. We're talking about Andre Agassi. He wasn't just in the game, he fundamentally changed it. So how on earth did he do it?
You might remember this phrase. It was from a famous ad campaign, and it perfectly captured Andre Agassi's explosive arrival on the world stage. He wasn't just another tennis player, he was this phenomenon with a racket. And this one phrase, it said it all. It was all about the flash, the style, the attitude. But here's the thing. Was image really everything? Or was there something more going on? Was there a true champion's heart and, a revolutionary talent hiding behind that wild facade?
Okay, so let's start where pretty much everyone else did, with that image. I mean, you have to remember, the world of tennis back then was so buttoned up, all white, very traditional. And then, boom, in comes Agassi, like a supernova of color and pure rebellion.
You can practically see his whole life story just by looking at his style. On the left, that's the Agassi everyone first met. The long, flowing hair, the denim shorts, can you believe it? Denim on a tennis court, the neon colors. He looked like absolutely no one else. But then, as his career matured, his look did too. It evolved into something more classic, which really signaled this huge personal transformation he was going through.
And what's crazy is he did all of this at a shockingly young age. He turned professional at just 16 years old. I mean, think about that. While most of us are just trying to get a driver's license, Agassi was already on the world tour, taking on the legends and becoming a top contender. But here's the deal. The long hair and the flashy outfits would have just been a weird footnote in history if he didn't have the incredible talent to back it all up. And this is where we get to the real substance behind all that style. 8. Just let that number sink in. That's how many Grand Slam singles titles Andre Agassi won. A number like that puts you in the absolute pantheon of tennis greats. It's not just about talent, it speaks to incredible longevity and a kind of resilience you rarely see. And this right here, this shows you just how unbelievably versatile he was. Winning a career Grand Slam is one of the hardest things to do in sports, period. It means you have to master every single surface. The hard courts in Australia and the US, the brutal clay in France, and the super fast grass of Wimbledon. And look, this isn't just about winning 4 big tournaments. It's about proving you are the complete package, a player who can adapt and totally dominate no matter the surface, no matter the conditions. It is an exclusive club, and very, very few players in history have ever managed to join it. And as if winning all 4 majors wasn't enough, he goes and adds an Olympic gold medal to his collection in 1996. He did it on home soil in Atlanta, representing his country and standing on top of that podium. It was just another iconic moment in a career that was absolutely full of them. And the wins just kept coming. Over his entire career, he racked up 60 ATP singles titles. That number is just staggering. It shows you his consistent, relentless excellence over a long, grueling career. He wasn't a flash in the pan. He was winning big year after year. So what was his secret? How did he do it? Well, it was his totally revolutionary style of play. Before Agassi, you'd see players hanging way back behind the baseline. He changed all that by stepping inside the baseline, taking the ball super early on the rise. What did that do? It completely robbed his opponents of time. It let him turn defense into offense with what might be the greatest return of serve the game has ever seen. He basically wrote the playbook for modern, aggressive baseline tennis. Every great hero needs a great rival. And Agassi had one of the best in the history of sports. His epic battles with Pete Sampras, they defined an entire generation of tennis. What made this rivalry so amazing was the stark contrast between them. It was perfect. You had Agassi, the flashy, emotional, charismatic guy who owned the baseline, and on the other side of the net, you had Sampras, the cool, calm, reserved serve and volley master. It was like fire and ice. Every single match was this incredible clash of styles and personalities that the whole world just had to watch. So after this unbelievable career on the court, Agassi's story moved into what might be its most important chapter yet. His focus started to shift away from winning trophies and toward building a totally different kind of legacy. This quote just captures his transformation perfectly. The rebel who once famously said image is everything found a new, much deeper purpose, one that went way, way beyond the lines of a tennis court. He took all that energy, all his resources, and he poured it into creating real, lasting change.
His foundation is all about transforming public education for kids in underserved communities, giving thousands of them a real shot at a better future. He finally retired in 2006, leaving the game as this beloved, iconic figure. But that wasn't the end of his story. Not at all. It was really a new beginning, the start of a full-time, passionate commitment to his work in education, a mission that he's still on to this day. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, his legacy is just so rich and multifaceted. He was a true trailblazer who completely redefined how tennis is played. He was a global icon of style and personality who brought so many new fans to the sport. And in the end, he became a powerful, dedicated champion for education. And that kind of leaves us with this final thought, right? Andre Agassi's story shows us that changing a game isn't just about how you play it on the court. It's also about what you choose to do when the playing is done. It's about challenging what everyone expects of you, evolving as a person, and ultimately using your platform to change real lives.